Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Technish. In today's tutorial, we will be deep diving into higher order functions and lambdas, the powerful features that will make Kotlin joy to work with. Okay, by the end of this video, you will not only understand what these are, but also use them to write clean code, concise and expressive in an expressive way. Okay, so let's get started. So what is an higher order function? So a higher order function is a function that takes another function as a parameter or returns a function. This is incredibly useful, whenever you're creating a reusable or modular code. It's incredibly helpful and it's neat and clean. So for example, let's say we want to create a function that applies a given operation on two numbers. Here is how we can write it in Kotlin. So I'll write in the, let's go to the code editor. So for this, suppose I will create a function called operate. Okay. And inside the operate, I'll take a variable as int a. Okay. Another variable b as int. Okay. And I will take operation. Okay. What this operation will do, it will take two integers. Okay. And it will return one integer. Okay. And the entire operation function will return what? It will return an integer. So let's return an integer, that is the operation, that the kind of operation we will do, we will return. So let's understand this first. Okay. I have defined a function called operate. Okay. And in the inside the operate, I have taken two integers and defined one operation. That what that will do is I have defined two parameters that these two parameters will take and it will return an integer. The overall return of this function is an integer as well. Okay. So if I want to call this, okay, for this one, suppose how will we use it? Okay, this is an higher order function that we have defined, right? It is taking and it is taking a function as an argument. So how will we use it? So let's do a sum. Okay. So for sum, what I'll do is I'll call the operate and let's suppose I'll take 5 and 3 and we will have to define the function. Suppose for this one, we will define two intermediary variables x and y, and for this one I'll do what? X plus y. Okay. So once I do that, I'll get this sum. Okay. So if I run this, you will be able to see. So this is where the operation has been defined. So this has been the definition that some operation we will do. But what operation we will do, that has to be defined inside this lambda. Okay. So we will discuss that later. But first, let's understand this. Okay. So once you do that, you'll get the sum. Okay. Now, this operation can be anything. It's based on two it's based on two integers, right? What you can do is you can do the multiply as well. Suppose I do a multiply. What you need to do is you need to call that in the same way. 5 and 3, suppose we are taking, and inside that I will take two variables. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll do x into y. It's the same thing, but it will return what? The multiplied number. So this is how you can define, okay, the operations. Okay. And how you just look how clean and flexible the code becomes. Okay, the function operate can handle any operation that we pass to. Okay. So this is what a, higher order function is. So let's talk about lambdas next. Okay. So lambdas are, anonymous functions that often used with higher order functions. A lambda is defined using curly braces. Within this curly braces, we define parameters followed by the function body. Okay, so this is the same thing that we have defined. These are the these are the lambdas. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's do that. Suppose I will do what? I'll take a simple string, well, greet. And for this one, what I'll do is I'll do string, and I will be returning a string, and that will do what? That will do name. It's an inside function. I mean, inside variable that I've declared, and I'll do hello name. Okay. So this is how you can define a lambda. It's pretty simple enough. Like whatever you take, just understand it first. It's just a string that I have defined. With one string, what I'll return is it will return the type string as well. So the definition that how what this lambda is doing, it is actually defining here. So whatever you do inside the you want to do with the lambda, what you need to do is you need to define it inside the curly braces. Okay, so you can do with, okay, sorry, I'll call it here. I'll call it here. Okay. If I do it and if I provide our name, it will transform it and it will show us our name. Okay. As you can see, it has been defined. Okay. So in this example, it's just a lambda which takes a string and returns a greeting. Okay. And it can also omit parameter types when the context makes them clear. Okay. So if I want to change, I'll show you this. I take, suppose I take square. Okay. Now what this square will do, I will write it inside this curly braces. That is, suppose I'm taking an integer x. Okay, and for this integer will be transformed to, it will be transformed into squares. So if you write the same thing here, square, and give it the, that is the argument that you have sent. Okay, that's what I'll do is I'll run it and you'll get the 60. Okay, so lambdas are concise, readable, and integrate seamlessly with the Kotlin's higher order functions. Okay, so there are many inbuilt functions. Okay, like you have previously worked with, that is filter, map. Okay, for each, these are all higher order functions. Okay, these are standard library. Okay, standard library functions which are by default has been given. So these are the main concepts that I wanted to discuss. Okay, and that's a wrap. So higher order functions and lambdas are essential tools in Kotlin that let you write expressive and modular code. Okay, so whether you're working with collections or defining custom behaviors, these features will make Kotlin more powerful and concise. Okay. So that's it for today. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more Kotlin content. Share your thoughts or questions in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thank you. Happy coding. Bye.